back to my channel. So today's video is going to be hopefully a very fun video. I got this idea because I was going through some of Jaclyn Hill's videos and I was like, my gosh, like how much stuff has Jaclyn Hill made me buy? How many things has she recommended that I went out and purchased because Jaclyn Hill told me to purchase it? So I thought it would be a cute video to kind of do what Jaclyn Hill has made me buy. So when I was going through it went all the way back to her favorites from 2013. And there's a lot more that I have purchased because Jaclyn Hill has recommended it. And either I didn't like them or I just don't have them in my collection anymore or whatever. But I was able, like I keep a list of all the stuff that I want to try. And that's usually what I do when I look at the favorites video is I'll just put stuff on my list and I won't necessarily go out and buy it right when I see the video come out. But as I'm going through some stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember so-and-so talking about this. I want to go out and purchase it. So there were a lot of products that while I was going, researching for this video that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that she recommended that. And I think I like that. So I put it on my to-do list. But these are just items that I currently have that she has recommended that I either currently use still or I currently have in my makeup collection. So I just thought it would be fun to go through and be like, this is what Jaclyn Hill has made me buy. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing is Josie Maran products. So this, she talked about the Josie Maran Argan Oil in her January 2013 favorites. This obviously is not the one that she talked about. This is the Argan Oil with the CBD oil in it. But I feel like Jaclyn Hill really was the one who kind of brought Josie Maran on the map. My personal opinion, I don't remember ever hearing anything about Josie Maran, and then all of a sudden Jaclyn Hill started talking about her, and then everybody was going out and buying argan oil. So I have used Josie Maran products since Jaclyn Hill has recommended it. I still use argan oil every single day, but I ran out of my regular one, and I know that she came out with a CBD oil, so I jumped on that bandwagon and decided to go ahead and purchase it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really seen a significant difference in my skin. I do like the way that argan oil itself works for my skin. I do feel like it does a good job of hydrating it. I do use it for my hair, skin, and nails, so I like that it's a versatile product. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't noticed any significant difference with the CBD oil, but it's one of those things that feel like skincare. You don't really notice that your skin's getting better, but then as soon as you stop using a product, you're like, wait a minute, my skin isn't right. And then you can tell a difference. So I am halfway through this bottle right now. As soon as I am done with it, I'll probably wait a month, do a review on it, and let you guys know if I notice any difference with the argan oil with the CBD oil infused in it. So keep watching. So the next thing that Jaclyn Hill talked about, this was from May 2013, is the Balm Mary Luminizer. I feel like Jaclyn Hill and everybody else was talking about it. I'm embarrassed to say that this is the same product that I've had probably since 2013. It's so good that it does a little magic trick. I don't care. I will spray it down with alcohol oil or alcohol once in a while and stuff like that just to disinfect, but it's such a pretty highlighter. I use it like there is a dip in it. I don't use it like significantly a lot, but it's definitely one of those highlighters. If I'm looking for something like a BAM highlighter, this is the one I gravitate toward. It's so pretty. It's one of the staple ones. Definitely, hands down, very, very good highlighter. The other thing that Jaclyn Hill recommended and made me buy was the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. She talked about this in her May 2013 favorites, and I want to say that she brought it back a couple times. Like I've seen it in a couple of her makeup videos, and I want to say recently or a more recent one she's talked about it, but it's just a really, really pretty coral color. It's just perfect for spring and summertime. I am now starting to use gravitating towards these blushes and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I'm waiting for the weather to get a little bit less dry because my skin has been so dry lately that I've only been using cream products. So I'm excited to have the weather add a little bit humidity back so that my skin can calm down a little bit and I'll be able to use blushes like this again. But this is definitely one of the blushes that I'll be breaking out as soon as my skin becomes less mummy-like. So the next thing that she recommended was the Bite Guave Lip Mask. So she talked about this in her March 2014 faves. I do know that I did not purchase this back in 2014. Like I mentioned before, I usually will go through favorites videos and then I have a list of all the products that I eventually want to try. And then I'll just keep it there. And then if Ulta has a sale or Sephora has a sale, I'll go through my list and then I'll purchase products like that. So I want to say that I've had this maybe for 2 years, but I really, really like it. It is one of those products, like you have to kind of warm it up, and as you warm it up in your hands, it gets a little bit less hard, but it gives, like right now, it's like really hard. It comes out, it's very, very thick, but it's not like a thick kind of, it's like pretty much the same color. So pretty. And it leaves that kind of frosted look, which I don't normally like frosted look lip glosses, but this one's good, but it's not like a gloopy, like where you could feel the product like separate, like when you're going like this and it's like you could see the product just kind of like glob off. It's not like that, but it's not a kind of put it on your lips and forget about kind of thing. Like, you know, it's there. It's very, very thick, but I like it. One thing that I do like about it, especially in the wintertime, is that it kind of gives, like, because it's so thick, it protects your lips. It's kind of like a barrier to like cold wind and stuff like that. But even in summertime, I have dry skin all year round, so it doesn't matter. So this is definitely something that I will continue to break out in the summertime because it's so pretty. Now I want to say that they have different colors. I want to say they have natural one, and maybe Jaclyn Hill recommended that one. For whatever reason, this does not look like a lip color that she normally would wear, but she did recommend the Guave Lip Mask, and I purchased this color and I really do like it, and I think it's perfect for spring and summer. So the next thing I feel like everybody and their cousin has purchased, but it's the Becca Skin Perfector Champagne Pop. This is the one that Jaclyn Hill did. I went out and of course, as soon as I purchased it, she talked about this in June 2015, but as soon as she said she was coming out with it, I went ahead and purchased it. I'm not going to open this bad boy up because it literally is in crumbles. I dropped it and I broke it and I just can't get rid of it. It's now a nice like loose highlighter, so I like that look sometimes, but I went out and purchased a smaller one that's a travel size, and it's perfect. It is such a pretty color. It is not as, you know, it's not white or anything like that. Like, this is the Mirror Luminizer, this is the Champagne Pop. It's just a pretty color. It really is one of my favorite highlighters, and as soon as this one broke, I was like, I have to go out and buy another one. Nothing but good things to say about that highlighter. So the other thing that she talked about in her June 2015 favorites was the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. So I did not jump on the bandwagon because when I went on Sephora, I was like, hell no, that's expensive. But I want to say I jumped on the bandwagon when they came out with the travel size, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I loved it. I kept it in my purse. You kind of shake it up, you spray it throughout the day. Absolutely loved it. But the one thing, and Jaclyn Hill did talk about this, was the sprayer sucks. I don't understand how a high-end product can come out and have a sprayer that sucks as much as this one does. I feel like, you know, when you're paying, you're not only paying for the product, you're paying for the packaging, and when the packaging sucks, it sucks all the way around. I purchased the second one of this because I really do like the product so much. Let me see. And of course, it's going to work perfectly now. I mean, it's just, it's not always that perfect. Sometimes it spits at you and then it creates little divots on your face and you're like, what the heck is that? I like the product. I probably will not be repurchasing another one until they can fix their sprayer because the sprayer sucks. So next is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. So she talked about this in her January 2016 favorites. So I want to say she was the first one that I noticed that talked about the Beverly Hills just regular one, the brow pencil or whatever. And of course I jumped on that bandwagon and I liked it okay. But then they came out with the brow definer and it's basically just a triangular shape. And when she talked about it, I was like, holy crap, I have to go out and buy it. And so it was one of the products that I jumped on board, went out and bought it, and I absolutely love it. You know how sometimes you have like makeup products that just kind of like change your life? Like where you can distinctly remember using it going, holy crap, where has this been my whole entire life? That's what this thing did for me. Because I have never had, like, I don't have brows. Like I literally penciled them in because they are pretty much non-existent. So the fact that this gives me brows and it's super, super easy is a big deal for me. I will tell you though that I purchased this and I like it enough, but I like the L'Oreal Brow Stylist a little bit better because to me, this one is a little bit too dry and precise. Like it's not a, let me see if I can, it's not even gonna show up on my skin. Like it's just very, very dry. And sometimes I feel like it's because I'm pressing so hard, it gives me too precise of lines. Whereas the L'Oreal is a little bit less dry. And so I'm able to really get like, just kind of brush it a little bit and still get that color and not get the harsh lines. Because I particularly do not like the whole hair brush strokes or whatever. I like to fill them in all the way. That's what I personally feel looks best on me. I've tried to do the whole faded outlook and it just looks like I'm missing hair. Like that's really what it looks like. So I personally do not like this one anymore, but when it came out, it was a like, holy crap, game changer. But I feel like there's other brands that have come out where I like the formulas a little bit better and the price point is a heck of a lot better. So next she talked about the Physicians Butter Bronzer. This she brought up in her March 2016 video. I want to say this is my second or third one since that video that I've purchased. As you can see here, I have hit pan. It still smells amazing. They did have come out with different colors. So they do have, I think this one's the medium one. I think they have a light one and then they have a darker one. Maybe they have 4 total, but this is kind of like not the lightest shade, but not the darkest shade either. It's just kind of like in the middle and I still really, really like it. Nothing but good things to say about it. I haven't been able to use it recently through the winter because my face has been so dry, but I'm really excited to, once my skin gets down, tames itself, then I will be re-adding this back to my makeup regimen because I absolutely love it. So next, one thing that she made me buy is the Lancome Absolute Powder. So she talked about this in her June 2016 favorites. I know I did not purchase this in June 2016 because I was like, holy crap, it is expensive. I want to say it's like $54. I'll put all the price down below so that you can see, but I was like, no. But then she brought it back again. She did like a tutorial and her face just looked so amazing and she was like putting it all over it. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go out and buy it. So I went out, I was afraid to do it on like Sephora or whatever because I don't even think Sephora sold it. I think you could only buy it at department stores or something weird. But I am like, if I buy something online, I am the worst person for taking stuff back. Like I am so bad. So I went down, it was right before Christmas of 2018, and I went down and I went to the counter. They did not have the one that she recommended. This is the Absolute Golden. I forget the one that she recommended, but this is another color. And at first I was like, no. And the lady's like, just try it on, I'm telling you. And I'm gonna put a lot on just so you can see it, but it's right there. It looks very, very chunky. But it does not, when you blend it out, there's no color whatsoever. And on my skin right here, I can see that it's sparkly, but when you put it on your face, it doesn't sparkle. It just gives your face like this glow within, but there's no sparkle. Like when you look at it, there's definitely sparkle, and then when you swatch it, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't like sparkle. But when you buff it out on your skin, there's no sparkle whatsoever. So I usually use this only for special occasions. I will put it under my eyes and then on like my T-zone, my nose, and my chin, and then I'll go in with a highlight afterwards, and it just makes your skin look so pretty. It is not an everyday thing for me. If you like your skin to look amazing every day, I mean, this is a great product for that, but I just use it for special occasions because it's just a special occasion kind of thing, but I really, really like it. So next is the Kapari Lip Glossy. This she talked about in her April 2018 favorites. So I jumped on this bandwagon when I bought the deodorant and I absolutely loved it. And you know, like shipping is like $5.99 or something. And I'm like, well, I don't want to spend $5.99 for shipping. I might as well buy a couple of things. So this is one of the things that I bought. I really, really like it. I am a lip gloss junkie though. I don't like the lip glosses, like the MAC lip glosses and all that stuff. I like this kind of lip glosses, like the clear, like good for you kind of lip glosses, because my lips are so dry. I have a couple on my nightstand. I have a couple in my bathroom. I have a couple at the office. I have a couple in my car. I have a couple in my purse. This one is my purse lip gloss. And I just, you know, if I'm out and about and I just need a little bit of something on my skin or on my lips, I will jump on this one. I really like it. It's not sticky, it's oily, but it's very, very comfortable, and I just like it. So next, she talked about the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. So this was in her 2018 favorites. And I'll be completely honest with you, I was not in love with this. This is a little travel version, and it had like the regular like day lotion, if you will, with it. And I didn't like either one of them. This one I like better than the day lotion. I want to say I sold the day lotion like on Poshmark or something like that. And I have a little bit left of this one, but to be honest with you, I didn't really notice a significant difference in my skin, but also it made my skin sticky for a long time. Like usually when I put on lotions, it's like rich and moisturizing, and then you feel that lotiony, you know, or oily or whatever. This was just sticky. Like legit, when I would touch my face, it would be like, ew, sticky. Sticky until it dried, and it took about 10-15 minutes to dry, and I just didn't really like it. But while I was getting ready for this video, I decided that I was going to go ahead and use it up because it is not a cheap product. I'm going to use it up, but then I'm going to take the loose powder here and put it in here. And I thought, how pretty is that? So, and because it's a heavy, like even the day one, it's glass. Like it's not plastic, it is a thick glass, and it's a really pretty container because it's not like perfectly square, but it's pretty, so I'll use it that way. So she talked about this Lila Bee Aglow facial mist in her April 2018 favorites. I did not jump on the bandwagon at that time because it is not a cheap product. This is $48 for this size. This is the full size, and you can see I've only had it for maybe a month, and I've already used this much. So I use a lot of it. But what I like about it is, I want to say, so what I did was I purchased the little small travel size just to make sure that I liked it, and I loved it. Used that up, and then I went ahead and purchased this one, and it was $48, but then it came with a travel size as well, so I have that one there on my vanity. But what I do with it is I will put my foundation on with a brush, and then I will spray this with my sponge, and then I'll put it all over my foundation. It just helps to sink in, helps my foundation sink into my skin, but it also helps with my hydration. And then I'll do the same thing with my concealer, and then at the end, once I powder my face and all that stuff, then I will go in and spray this. And I don't notice my skin, like my makeup, lasting any longer or setting in or anything like that, but I just feel like it really makes it look more moisturized, it looks more healthy, it looks more glowy, that sort of thing. So I really, really like this. So the next products, for whatever reason, I didn't write down when she introduced these products or whatever, but these are definitely products that she has recommended that I went out and purchased them. So this is the Hourglass Translucent Setting Veil setting powder. So it's colorless, it's perfect. If you have dry skin, it honestly and truly works really, really well with my dry skin. I used to, prior to the winter, I was able to use it all over my face. Like I was able to set all my powder and all that stuff and use powder products. But recently, because it's been so dry here in Texas in the wintertime, my face is just not liking anything powder. So I just use a little bit of this just to set my under eyes and my eyelids, and then that's it. And it works really, really well. It just buffs out the area. It works with all different concealers. Really, really like this. The next is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So her and every other YouTuber recommended this. And at first I thought it was like, okay, just Morphe's just paying them or sending them products and making them say it, blah, blah, blah. But I ended up purchasing it, and it's good. It is legit good. I think it's only $13.99 or something like that. So it's definitely a good in the price point. It's not really hydrating. I feel like if you're dry, if you're normal, if you're oily, you can get away with this. But this just makes your skin look so pretty. It like meshes your makeup together. It like takes, everything's there, and then you put this on, and it's just like the final touch. It's just really just meshes your makeup together and makes it look fabulous. I don't know how else to describe it. It's one of those things that you just have to like try for yourself, but definitely the hype is real. It's not just a marketing ploy. It's not just YouTube or Morphe paying YouTubers to say the stuff. It really is a legit good product. So definitely recommend that. The other thing is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. She loves this. She talks about it all the time. I never thought that I needed clear brow gel, and then one day I was like, I've been using the lash serum or whatever, but using it on my eyebrows. So my eyebrows have been growing a little bit faster, like not more hairs, but the hair's just been getting longer. And then sometimes they'll like flip up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? So I had to go out and buy this. I did try a couple of drugstore versions and they just didn't work. Then I went out and bought this after Jaclyn Hill recommended. It made me buy it, and it legit does work. I think it's 22 bucks. It's not cheap at all, but a little bit does go a long way, and it does make your eyebrows stay in place all day. So I really, really like it. And it doesn't make them chunky. Like one of the products I tried, it was the drugstore, it made them chunky. Like they were like concrete in, but then it like faded throughout the day. Like it was good for like an hour, but like my face, like my eyebrows were like flattened. Like I was like, how do I like make it like not look like I just put something on my eyebrows? This one's much more natural. So next is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush collection that she came out with, I want to say almost a year ago. I did do a full review. I'll put that below. I absolutely love it. I have all the brushes over here. This is the travel case. I use all the brushes. The only one that I'm having a problem with and I don't currently use is this one. This is the JH02. It is a perfect bronzing brush. It's great because it's kind of tapered, and so it's perfect to get right here, but then you can buff it out. It's a great brush, but when I was using it, it sheds so bad that in one of my videos, I literally had it all in my hair and then I had it all over my shirt, and I had to put a comment like, it's from the brush, like it sheds worse than my golden retriever. It's so bad. And it's very disappointing for me because this is a brush that I legit used and I legit liked, but I just can't use it because it's just a shedder. It just sheds all over the place and I don't like it. So other than that, all the other brushes I absolutely love and I've been really, really liking them. The other thing is the Morphe Hill by Jaclyn palette. So this obviously is all over YouTube and all that stuff. I still use it. There isn't one, like, I don't gravitate towards it every day or even every week. So I force myself to use other ones, but I do from time to time use this one. I can tell you that there's a lot of colors like these four right here that I've never used. They don't look good with my eye color, so, but I'll let my daughter play around with those. But everything else I've used and I've liked. There's nothing but good things to say about this one. They do blend out beautifully. They stay all day. They're pigmented. They're good. So last but not least is the K by Jaclyn Hill sunglasses. So I did a review on this. I'll link it down below. I won't go into too much detail, but I'm still wearing them. I'm still loving them. They are fabulous. This thing right here is not Jaclyn Hill's, but this is the brush or the sunglass holder that you get, worth its weight in gold. It's super cheap. I probably should go and buy another one because I absolutely love it. But these are the ones that I wear pretty much every single day. They are just fabulous. I really, really like them. So I'll leave the link down below so you can see the other one that I purchased and what I thought about it and all that jazz. But that is it. Those are all the products that Jaclyn Hill has made me buy. Like I said, there is a lot more that I have purchased because of her recommendation, but I just don't either have it anymore or I don't use it, that sort of thing. So I only wanted to include the products that I currently still have in my collection and I still use. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was very, very fun to do. I went through all of her videos and it was like, oh my gosh, how much money has she like gotten other companies? Like, you know, we go out and we buy these things, and I know I'm not the only one. So she has made a lot of companies a lot of money. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below. If there's something particular that Jaclyn has made you buy that you love or hate, please leave those comments down below. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time, bye.